Hi, this is Rebecca, and the last couple weeks we've been talking about things that you can do to help you pursue your purpose, to be able to move forward in life. And today I want to talk about a very commonly perceived myth. It's the idea that your level of talent is going to determine your potential for greatness or how high you're really going to be able to aim. And this myth comes out in multiple ways. You have some people that think, well, I don't have enough talent to really be awesome at anything. They look at the basketball player and they're like, if I could just be like that guy, then I would have it made. Or they look at this great singer and they're like, if I could just be like her, I would have it set. I would be good to go. And so, because in their minds, they don't perceive themselves to have that level of talent, they think, well, my bar is lower than theirs. I can't reach where they are. I can't have that ultimate potential for success. You have the other end of the spectrum, some of the people that really do have some natural talent and they go through life just kind of skating by on the natural talent, and it doesn't get them anywhere either. Like, you have a kid in high school playing football, and he's great. He does an excellent job. He's better than all of his teammates. And then he's skating by on natural talent, only to get to college and find out that, oh, I'm not as good as everybody else. All of a sudden, he's around people who are better than him. And then, doesn't know what to do with himself. So it's not the natural talent alone that determines your potential for greatness. Either end of that spectrum is going to leave you short of your whole purpose. So that idea that I don't have enough talent is going to not make you want to try as hard or not seek as far to go in as far as you could. That thought that I have the talent so I don't need to work at it is also not going to help you reach your potential. Either way is going to leave you short. So I was recently at a Rutgers University commencement where actor and musician Steven Van Zandt was speaking. He said a couple really interesting things. Now, mind you, this is coming from a guy who has natural talent by any definition. But he said, greatness is not born, it's developed. And the reason that greatness is scarce is because development is scarce. Now, think about that. This guy who has natural talent, he's saying you have to work at what you're doing. He talked about the fact that he worked for years playing guitar and working on his skills in order to get where he is. So that natural talent is not the thing that you need. And it's not, it can be, maybe propel you a little bit further or a little quicker, but alone, it is not going to get you where you need to go. I know some really great musicians, and they are naturally talented, but they don't just depend on that. No, they work at it every day. They're constantly practicing and getting better. I know some really awesome natural leaders, by every definition, naturally born leaders. But the people that I've seen really lead successfully are those who are reading about leadership. They're learning more about communication. They're working to apply those skills and get better all the time. So here's your principle for today. Hone your craft. Be the best that you can possibly be at that, whatever that thing is. Work at it. Put your effort into it. Learn more. Go further. That is going to take you where you want to be. Now, you might think that sounds like just a lot of work. People that play piano, they don't start with just playing beautiful songs. No, they start with scales, and they do that back and forth for however long every day. Can get boring, but it's over the time that they develop those skills to play the beautiful music. And there are hidden gems in this principle of working through your skills, developing those things. One is, you might start off playing scales, But eventually you're playing beautiful music. It gets more fun as you go. The better you are, the more fun you're going to have at doing it. I think that if I was going to imagine being a great baseball player, which I'm not, but if I was going to imagine it, I would think that the really great fun moments in playing baseball are when you're up to bat and you hit that grand slam home run, you hit the ball way out of the park, and all of the fans are cheering, ah! It's awesome, it's fun. But guess what? That baseball player didn't just get there. They worked at it. In fact, I've read coaches will typically tell their players to swing the bat 300 times a day. That's a lot. In fact, I read about one guy, one professional player, arguably who had natural talent, but he would swing the bat 700 times every day. He would work at it, and it made the difference then when he was up to bat because he hit plenty of home runs. So that's one element of following this principle. It is going to get more fun the better you are and the more that you've worked at it. But there's another really important hidden gem inside this principle, and that's the idea that as you are doing what you are needed to do in order to pursue that purpose, in order to hone that skill, in order to develop that craft, opportunities are going to come your way. When people start seeing the fruit of all of that effort you're putting forth, they are going to bring opportunities to you that are going to help you in pursuit of that purpose. You are going to get open doors to move further in your purpose if you are actually practicing what you're supposed to be doing as opposed to sitting around watching TV or doing other things. Much higher likelihood. So you will find not only does it get more fun, but you're going to get new opportunities by pushing forward, putting in the effort, doing the work. So now it's up to you. You have to make a choice. But don't just listen to this and say, oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. I should probably work on da-da-da-da, whatever that is. No, if you're going to do it, make a decision to do it. In fact, I would say you need to write it down. So I wrote mine really big. Actually, I left a blank so that you could fill it in. I will, what? What are you going to do to help you in pursuit of your purpose? What are you going to work on? I will what? So that I can be the greatest. What are you going to be? Where's the vision? Write it down. What are you going to be so that you can be the greatest that you can be? What are you going to do so that you can be the greatest whatever that you can possibly be? Write it down so that you can follow it up. Now, it doesn't have to be this big. You can write it smaller. You can put it on the mirror in your bathroom. You can put it on the dashboard of your car. You can put a reminder on your phone to tell you every day, oh, I have to do this. But put it in front of yourself so that you can follow it through and make it a habit. Do the work, put in the time. It's going to help you get to your purpose. So I encourage you, make the move, start it now. I also encourage you, please subscribe to my channel. We'll be doing more of these every week. I look forward to talking to you again next Monday. Thanks a lot.